Back here real quick just to adjust this camera because it's a little lopsided. But okay, let's go. We're doing 30 minutes of live side split stretching starting right now. We do this every single day to practice consistency, build a little community, and make a little bit of progress towards our side split goals. If you're only interested in some stretching in general, this is still the place to be because we still do it every single day and help you feel a little bit better. All right, let's get into it. My name is Ken, and we're going to do 3 warm-up sort of active exercises and 5 stretches. The 5th stretch is the side split stretch. We're going to do 3 rounds of 30 seconds, and that is how we're going to wrap up the whole thing. We're going to do a whole bunch of stuff, and all of it is going to be preparing our hips and getting them ready for the side split. So everything that we do prior to that is just really good general mobility for the lower body. All right. Let's get started. The first active warm-up we are going to do is called the hip CARS. CARS stands for controlled articulated rotations. And basically, we're taking our hip and our legs and we're moving it through the full range of motion possible in that joint using our muscles. All right, so let's talk about that. High knee, open up the hip, rotate the ankle, bring it really high up, and then bring the leg down and back. Flex the hamstrings, flex the glutes, and bring the leg back front. Open directly to the side, rotate down and back. I don't know how many more angles you can see this from, but let's try that one more time. High knee, open directly to the side, bring that ankle up as high as possible, bring the leg down and back, flex the hamstring, flex the glutes, and bring it forward. We just did 3 reps. We're going to do 10 in total. Let's do it. High knee, open up, ankle, down and back. 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 I think that's like 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10. All right, I'm gonna come in over here onto TikTok and change the camera position a little bit. I feel like my head's getting chopped off. That seems a little better. All right, let's keep going. Other side, high knee, open up, ankle up, down and back. I'm gonna show it to you from a different angle. High knee, open up, ankle up, down and back. High knee, open up, ankle up, down and back. High knee, open up, ankle up, down and back. High knee, open up, ankle up, down and back. We're doing 10 in total. I think this is 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whew. All right, while we're doing this, I want to remind you part of it, especially as I get more tired, I go faster and faster. And that's fine. It's okay. What we want to focus, at least a little bit, especially the first couple of reps, is we want to get as much range of motion as possible. Okay, so that means is when you lift the knee, try to lift that knee as high as you can go. When you stick the leg and you open up that hip, really flex the glutes, try to open up that hip. And then when you rotate the leg, try to keep the leg as high as possible, but also rotate the ankle as high as possible. And all those muscles will be working really hard. You'll feel them, you'll notice that it's uncomfortable, and that is how you get stronger. All right, let's keep going. We're going in reverse now. So what we were just doing was we started with the knee. Today, or right now, we're going to start going backwards with the hamstrings and the glutes flexed, all right? So back, then lift directly to the side, lift that ankle and the knee high, rotate so that the knee is pointing as high as possible, then bring that knee to the front. That is 1. We got 9 more. Let's go. Back, side, ankle, knee, 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 back, side, ankle, knee. Oh, I'm off balance. Back, side, ankle, knee, back, side, ankle, knee. I think this is 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whew. Oh man, I'm tired. My hips are really sore today. Foxy Roxy is excited to stretch. Rares Popescu says hi, welcome everybody. If you're just joining in, have no idea what we're doing, we do 30 minutes of live side split stretching every single day. And we do this every day to practice consistency, to build some community and make progress towards our goals. If that sounds interesting, make sure to hit subscribe, follow, so you can come back when we're live again. Usually it's the same time every single day. But we just did 3 rounds of hip cars. We're going to do the 4th and last round. If you're just joining in, what that looks like is we're getting our hips through the full range of motion using muscle power. So we're going to flex the hamstrings, flex the glutes, pull the leg back, and lift directly to the side like we're going to do a martial arts kick at somebody. Try to lift the knee and the ankle as high as possible. You should feel the muscles working really hard right here in the hip. Rotate that leg so the knee is as high as possible. Then finally, bring the knee forward. I'm going to keep spinning around so that you can see the different angles. But this time, I'm going to face forward. All right. So back, flex the hamstrings, flex the glutes, lift directly to the side, rotate the leg so that your knee is as high as possible, but pointing to the side. And then finally bring the knee forward. We're going to do that 10 times total. I think that counts as 2 for me. And that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whew. All right, hip cars are done. That is our first warm-up exercise. Time to move on to number 2. Number 2 is the elephant walk. To get into the elephant walk, it looks just a little bit like this. We try to make this L shape with our upper bodies. And I want you to feel the stretch in your hamstrings. That's what the elephant walk is all about. It's about the hamstrings. It's about moving and making sure you feel them. All right. So bend one knee, straighten the other leg, bring your belly button down as low as you can. Feel the stretch in the hamstrings and take turns switching them out. We're going to do 10 reps of these. All right. That's 2, 3. You can actually take real steps while you do this. 4, 5. And you can experiment with how you bend your legs as long as you're getting the hamstring stretch. All right. I don't really care if you're doing this the exact same way I'm doing it, as long as you're warming up your hamstrings and you're moving your knees and your belly button is coming down and you're feeling that hamstring stretch. And I got one little bonus. If you want to make this a more intense exercise, you bend one knee, straighten the leg, then open up your chest in the direction of the straight leg. So to be clear, my left knee is bent, my right leg is straight. I'm opening my chest to the right. And I'm going to stick my right arm up into the air. I'm going to add some rotation in the spine and then come back down. Then switch sides. Do the same thing on the other side. Try to remember there's a hamstring stretch. Bring that chest and belly button down. And when you add that thoracic rotation, you get a little bit more back health going. Oh man, I'm out of breath. All right, that's it. Add that in as you'd like, but the main thing is the hamstring stretch. All right, and that's just a lot of this. All right, that is our second warm-up exercise. That is done. Let's move on to warm-up number 3. The third one is Cossack switch. What that looks like is we're going to open up our hips about 2 times our hips width. And we're going to point our knee in the same direction as our toes and drop down to one side. I'm going to scoot back so the camera can see me. And from here, just hang out. You should feel the pressure in the hip. You should feel some pressure in the ankle, maybe a little bit of a stretch in the Achilles tendon in the back of the leg. And on this side, I want you to put your heel down on the ground and point your toes up. You can experiment with, I'm off balance. You can experiment with the angle of the leg. You can try to point it directly in front of you like this. You can change the angle, point it to the side a little bit. You can really open up and point out to the side. Experiment, see what's comfortable, try different ones and see if something feels really weak and you want to try working on that in the future. All right, from here, bring your butt low, come over to the other side, And do the same thing on the other side. What makes a Cossack switch is we're trying to stay as low to the ground as possible. If that's really hard for you, you can put your hands down to help come back to the other side. If you just don't like the movement, it hurts your knees or something like that, you can experiment with coming up higher before coming down. Or you can squat all the way up and all the way down. Whatever works for you is good for me. We're just warming up this bottom position, and the transition is very important because it makes you stronger in this extended leg position. But we care about your health and making progress, not being perfect in every move. All right. Let's see. Are there any other comments I need to address? There's a lot of notifications on TikTok, but they're usually just people joining. I think somebody says hi. Hi, hello. All right, let's keep going. We just did all three of our warm-up exercises. I hope you're sweating just a little bit and your hips feel like they're warmed up because it's time for our stretches. The first stretch we're going to do is the hamstring stretch. This is a good time to grab a cushion, a pillow, a slipper, a shoe, some towels, whatever it is you need, and put it down on the ground. We're going to put our knee right on top of it and get ready to do a hamstring stretch. From here, I want you to stick your leg out right in front of you and focus on folding your hips forward. You can bend your back if you want, but I recommend you try to keep your back more or less straight. I'm going to scoot back because I'm totally not in the camera. And this back leg, it's up to you how you want to do it. If you're more flexible, you can bring your leg out like so. Try it. If you're not as flexible and you have to go straight down, perfect. That works perfectly fine. All right. Bring your belly button down to the thigh and make sure you really feel the stretch in the hamstring. As we're doing this, take a couple of deep breaths, relax, don't stress out. Everything is okay. And now you should be really feeling that hamstring. It should be tight, 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 tight. And all I want you to do is apply this pressure. Keep it here for the next 30 seconds. All right, let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21. See if you can fold deeper into the stretch. 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, all right. Come on up out of that stretch. We're going to switch to the other side. Drop on down, switch knees, stick the leg that you want to stretch out, square up the hips so that your hips are sort of in a straight line. It's really easy to open up the hips and think that you're doing the stretch, but I want you to keep the leg going right in front of you. Okay? Next, fold down, bring the belly button down to the ground as deep as you can go. Use your hands for a little bit of support. When your hamstrings are feeling that stretch, really, really, really tight, take a couple more deep breaths and see if you can relax a little bit into this stretch. All right, that's it. 30 seconds. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, come on up out of that stretch. Whew. If it feels really intense, then you've done it absolutely right because it should not be easy. The hamstrings are a really strong muscle and it takes a lot to stretch them out. All right, hamstring stretches are done. That is the first of our 5 stretches. Let's move on to stretch number 2. It is the butterfly. I recommend you go to a wall to do the butterfly. And I recommend you put your hips, your shoulder, your head against the wall, because when we apply some pressure to our legs like this with our arms, having our head and our shoulders pushing against the wall helps apply more force. All right, so let's get into position. Hold the legs together. I want you to try to use your outer thigh muscles and your glutes to open up your thighs. All right, we're going to try to bring the knees down to the ground. Take a couple seconds to work on that. And as you're getting deeper and deeper into the position, take a couple of deep breaths. Take your hands, apply pressure down. You might feel pressure building on the top of your head, pushing into the back wall. And that is perfect. That is how you apply good, strong, heavy force to your legs. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, I got sent a message and I have no idea what it says. Okay, I'm coming over, checking the chat, and okay. We have done a whole bunch of exercises. I hope you're having fun. If you are just joining and you have no idea who we are, we do this every single day to practice consistency, to build a little bit of community. So feel free to introduce yourself and come hang out so we get to know each other. And hopefully together that makes it possible for us to make some progress towards our goals. If you're interested so far, having fun, make sure to hit follow, subscribe, and make sure that you keep coming back so that we can hang out more. All right, let's get going. Third exercise, third stretch. We're getting into the standing pancake. If you're feeling a little bit stiff from the butterfly that we were just doing, move your legs just a little bit so that you get blood flowing back into those hips. And let's get into standing pancake. If you're brand new to standing pancake, I recommend you get close to a wall so that you can fall back into it if you start losing balance. All right. In general, I'm about 1 step away from the wall. And I think that's about the perfect distance to catch your shoulder if you start falling backwards, or for you to stick your butt back if you start falling backwards. All right, standing pancake. Let's open up the legs as wide as they can go. When it gets uncomfortable at the hips, stop, maybe even come up a little bit, and focus on folding at the hips. When you do this, if you feel like you're off balance, you can fall forward onto your hands. But if you feel like you're falling backwards onto your butt, if you followed my instructions about getting close to the wall, I'm leaning against the wall and it feels perfectly good. Okay. From here, we have 2 options. I'm going to rotate. You don't have to rotate. I'm going to rotate so you can see what I'm doing. You can stick your arms out, stick your butt back, and just hang out like this in the stretch. You can see if you can open up your legs further to get into a deeper stretch. And that is one option. The other option is to grab your ankles, grab your calves, and pull yourself deeper into a stretched position. I want you to really feel the stretch in your hamstrings. I want you to try to keep your lower back relatively straight. And that's it. Let's go. Pick what you're going to do, and let's get to it. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, come on up out of that stretch and take a nice break. If you did that right, you should feel the stretch in two main places. One, in the adductors, which is the inner thighs. And it should be obvious. You spread your legs out that way, so the inner thigh muscles are going to stretch. And the second place should be right around maybe your glutes or right underneath your glutes. And that comes from that forward folding part of the stretch. You should have been feeling the hamstrings from the elephant walk, from the hamstring stretch. And that's the reason why we do all of those stretches before the standing pancake, because in the standing pancake, we combine everything. And because the standing pancake is difficult and it looks difficult, but it also makes you feel really cool about yourself, we do all that preparation to make sure you can get into the deepest version that you can. All right. Whew. That is the third stretch. We got two more to go. I'm coming back just to check, see if there are any comments I need to address. And everything looks good for the moment. So let's keep going. And the fourth stretch that we do is called the figure 4 or the pigeon. Figure 4 looks like this because it is the number 4. What we're doing is bring the ankle up to the opposite hip and bring our chest down. From the side, it looks kind of like this, okay? There's two ways to do it. The figure 4 typically is done on our backs. It looks like this. The alternative, the pigeon, you still have that leg across the body, but you do it with your chest down and lean into the stretch. All right, those are the two versions. I think you have more control over the figure 4 laying on your back because you have to actively pull, but it's more tiring because you have to actively pull. So you can pick whichever version you want to try, and let's go. Reach your legs through, pull the leg in, 30 seconds. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19. Oh no, I lost balance. 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, relax that leg, shake it out. Switch over to the other side and let's finish up with this stretch. All right, cross the leg over to the opposite knee, reach your arms through, pull everything in and together. You can experiment with your arm positioning if you want. I'm losing balance again. What's going on? 30 seconds. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, let the leg go. We are done with 4 of our 5 stretches. It's time to get into our side splits. We've been preparing for the last 20 something minutes to do these side splits, and now it is time to do the dang things. Side splits. Let's go. Ooh, do we have a couple messages to address? Abba Privita like the live. Thank you so much for that. And let's go. Side splits. Same thing as earlier. If you are worried about balance, if you're worried about falling or anything like that, just try to do the side splits one step in front of a wall. And that is because if you stick your butt back, you can always lean against the wall. If you fall backwards, the wall will catch you. All right. Now, next up, let's open up our legs, get into a semi-side split position. When your hips start hurting here, fold, put your hands down like you're going to do some push-ups. When you're in this position, I want you to externally rotate the legs, which means your heel is down, your toes are up, and your knees are up. If you have your hands down, that relieves some of the pressure on your legs and makes it easier to rotate the legs. I want you to do that on both sides, left side and right side. Now, walk your hands back towards your hips and See if you can open up your legs a little bit deeper. Ooh, very, very tight today. And that's it. We're in position. If you can't get any deeper, then we're ready to go. If you want to try a little bit more, you can wiggle from side to side and see if you can beat friction and move your foot out just a little bit further. All right, once you are stuck, let's start our 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, walk those hands forward. Oh, bring the legs in and shake it out. Oh man, good job. We've done the first of our 3. Pound on those hips a little bit, warm up those muscles, loosen them up, help relax, shake out the legs. I like to do something I call hula hoops and just stretch out these muscles in the front of the hip. High knee, just a couple, real quick. Up into a little bit of a squat and kick your butt a little bit. All right, before we get into round 2, make sure if you haven't and you're having fun to follow and subscribe because we do this every single day and you should get notified so that you can keep joining us and have more fun together. We do this every day to practice consistency, to build some community. So feel free to introduce yourself in the chat, say hi, and hopefully together we can make some progress towards our side split goals. And let's get back into our second side split. Let's open up the legs, fold, put our hands down for balance, externally rotate the legs so that your heels are down, your toes are up, your knees are up. Take this chance to open up those hips as wide as they can go. Do a little wiggle from side to side to see if you can get deeper. And once you are stuck, let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh man. Okay, walk your hands forward, bring the legs together. Come on out of that stretch and once again, shake out the legs. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, 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 shake. Shake, 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 shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake out your arms too. Your arms are working to support your body this whole time. Let them relax. Relax, 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 relax. Okay, same thing. Let's do that hula hooping. Oh man, the second time definitely feels like I need it way more. And my knees. Just a couple real quick to make sure all your muscles are working. Nothing feels weird. And with that, I think we're just about ready to get back into another round of side splits. Third round, last round. Let's go. Same thing. If you need to, just take one step in front of a wall so that if you fall, the wall will catch you. Let's get ready for round 3. Open up the legs, nice and wide. Fold at the hips, put your hands down like you're going to do a push-up. Externally rotate the legs so that the toes are pointing up, the heel is down, and the knees are pointing up. Do that on both legs. Open up the hips as much as you can. Walk your hands back towards your butt and do a little wiggle from side to side to see if you can open up any more space in those hips. Once you are stuck, it's time to start our final 30 seconds in the side split. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, bring the legs together, crawl your hands forward, and come on back up. That was the last one. Shake out the arms, shake out the legs, relax. Do the hip circles. Oh man, brutal. Hula hooping. And oh, high knees. Some mini squats. Kick your butt. And with that, my legs are working. I hope your legs are working because we're done. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining. Ooh, we did real fast, 30 minutes today. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining, practicing the side splits with me today, practicing consistency together. I hope you had fun. I hope if you're just joining in somehow that you hit subscribe and follow because we do this every single day and you should be notified when we come back. All right, that's it from me. Thank you so much for coming. I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Actually, before I go, I'm going to check chats and messages. And Foxy Roxy says bye. Bye. Do we have anybody on TikTok? Yes. Hello. Hi. All right. I think that's my cue. Time to go. Goodbye, everybody. I will see you soon.